My name is Rae McClintock. I'm from Canada. I just completed my degree in environmental geoscience at the University of Regina. So I found out about the program via Facebook, actually. I was just scrolling through my feed and I found an ad on it there. So I clicked on it. It took me to the GeoTenerife website where I ended up just looking through all the information, all of the different programs that were offered, watching the different videos. The program I was doing was the geochemical survey for geothermal potential or geothermal exploration on La Palma. We used 4 different pieces of equipment to collect samples for this. So there was taking soil gas samples, using a CO2 flux monitor, testing for our radon isotopes, as well as just taking temperatures and soil samples. So all of them were pretty straightforward to use. The first day is a pretty easy day and you get to learn how to use all the different equipment in the field. But yeah, once you get more comfortable, you'll split into the groups after that, and someone will be taking CO2 flux one day, the next taking radon the other, and both of them are just used by like hammering a probe into the ground, and then you take out the extraction, or you extract the gases that way. Or CO2 is just a monitor that goes straight on the ground. But then as time goes on, you start to use more of the equipment. So in La Palma, we have very limited lab resources, so we used the micro GC. But that was the only equipment that we could really use to test for when we were there. So this is my first time crossing the Atlantic Ocean for more academic purposes or for a scholar position, and so it wasn't as daunting as I initially thought it might be. Like, I had gone to Europe traveling by myself before, but going to a country that didn't speak English, but also having to present myself in a professional manner too, I just wasn't really sure what I'd be getting into. However, once landing in the Canary Islands, I was on Tenerife for 3 days, and right away, everyone is so friendly here and everything is so laid back, and it was just a really good experience. My time on La Palma was not nearly long enough. I spent just about 4 weeks there and I loved every minute of it. Like excursions we did, we went whale and dolphin watching in Tazacorte. So many dolphins, and it was amazing. We also got to go caving where we saw the Palomas cave. Got to go with somebody who's a professional in that field who got to explain the different lava features that I guess I'd never thought of seeing in lava tubes, and how you can use that to identify the history of the lava flow and that sort of thing. And so the following week we actually got in touch with him again, where he took us to these 3 amazing caves that a lot of tourists don't really get to see. And so we saw opals in the cave, got to go through a lot of very tight little squeezes that I wasn't sure I'd be able to do, but got through them. And yeah, and just the beaches on La Palma are amazing, lots of black sand, and but also just the volcano features that you see everywhere you go. There's little cones and craters everywhere when you're hiking through the island, and it's a very educational experience when you know what you're looking for, but it's also really enjoyable because it's just so beautiful and everywhere you go. And I highly recommend going to La Palma.